Good day and welcome back to the shop. I am here to answer the question that's on everybody's mind. Can you make cabinets on a Onefinity Foreman Elite? Simple answer is, sure, of course you can. But the real answer is, it's complicated. To be completely honest, this is the easiest part. The CNC is the easiest part of the project. You just put a piece of wood in there and you hit go, it cuts, and you come out with pieces like this. This is an upper cabinet. It's got all the dados cut into it. Pre-drilled for all the different shelves, pre-drilled for the door hinge hardware. So, like I said, this is the easiest part. Assembly, that's pretty easy too. Everything else in the middle, kind of a pain in the ass. What do I mean by that? Well, there's two main types of cabinets that you can go with. You can go with frameless, like I've done here, which maybe I shouldn't have. Or you can go with face frame cabinets. Face frame is basically you have a piece of like 3/4 inch by 1 inch strip of hardwood, making you a face frame. I guess both have their drawbacks. Now with the frameless like I've done here, I really underestimated edge banding. So I've done a few projects where I've edge banded, and I've always done the iron-on stuff, and yeah, it's kind of a pain in the rear, and I figured, oh well, there's got to be some simple way to edge band. And then of course I found, well, you might have seen my other video, and I'll shoot a picture of it like around here somewhere. I found this used Laguna automatic edge bander, and I thought, hey, problem solved. I'll just get that, and I don't have to worry about edge banding, because it's just going to apply it and cut it and trim it and do everything I need to do, and I don't even have to worry about it. That is the first that is the furthest thing from the truth. Maybe if I bought a new machine, which those are insanely expensive, you know, over 10,000 bucks, maybe that could have been the truth. But a used machine, well used, I might add, came with all of its previous problems, and it was sold for a reason, because it's old and it's worn out, and I didn't do my research, nor did I insist on having them demo it for me. I just took them for their word. They were a local cabinet shop. I'm too trusting, obviously. But anyhow, it was a piece of junk. Wasted a couple $1,000 on it. And if you've seen my videos, you've seen how frustrated I got with it. And I just basically gave up. And I started looking at going back to the iron-on, and I just couldn't do it. Then I thought, well, you know, the glue pot on the Laguna works. So I tried just using it to apply. Sorry about the interruption that you probably didn't even notice. Let me back up. My storage was full, so it had to stop recording. Anyhow, I don't remember what I was saying. So yeah, I thought I could just use the Laguna to apply the edge banding and manually trim, and maybe I'll cut to some absolute failure videos of trying to use a shaper, trying to use these manual trimmers, that junk, trying to use razor blades and chisels, and it didn't work. So I was about ready to give up. Well, one of two things: give up, or to buy more stuff. And that's what I did. So I bought this. I actually picked this up used. It's a fairly new model. It's the Mozaik CBC MR. All this does is it's got a glue pot, and it applies the banding, and it does it pretty well. Way better than that Laguna did. And then I got this new, another Mozaik. I figured, hey, why not? I'll give it a try. It's the RBB4G. This is kind of cool. Well, one thing that sucks really bad is the trimmers. This is meant to trim the top and bottom piece, and it kind of sucks because it just damages the edge banding. And maybe it's better for using with vinyl banding and not wood. I won't use it for the wood, but everything else about it is good. If we look under here, we have a trim router is actually in there with a trim router bit, and right there is a scraper, and then right there is a buffing wheel. You can only do one side at a time, but that's okay. And oh, and this is a power feed too, which is kind of handy. So you just stick the wood in there, zip it through, flip it over, zip it through, done. And it actually produces a pretty nice result. And we can see that nice result right here. I am pretty happy with it. Okay, so can you make cabinets on a Onefinity 4-min Elite? Like I said, yes, but it's complicated. If you don't even go with edge banding, you still have to do the face frames. And then the other piece that you may not realize is, well, you kind of need software to create the cutouts, right? And that's not cheap either. So I went with Mozaik. It is a cabinet making software, designing, and does the CNC G-code and does everything. So you basically lay out your cabinetry, design your kitchen, feed in a whole bunch of parameters, like what kind of dados you want, what kind of what profile you want it to leave here, you know, blind dados and all the widths and everything. So it does all of that hard design work for you. And like I said, it's not a cheap piece of software, but it is definitely worth it. If I were to try to do all of this on my own without software, I'd still be fiddling around with the design phase, and I wouldn't have cut a single piece of wood yet. So like I said, that was a learning curve too. Trying to learn that software, I'd say maybe took a week. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but you really got to pay attention to the fine details, all the way down to the thickness of the banding that you're going to use, because it's going to adjust the width of cut here to accommodate this banding thickness, and also it's going to adjust the depth of these holes for the door hardware to accommodate for your banding thickness. So, you know, it's pretty smart software, but you really have to pay attention to the settings. All that being said is, yeah, you can definitely use a 4x8 machine to do cabinets. Here's kind of a neat thing. Here's an offcut of a full 4x8 sheet. Hey, dog. With some, you know, there's the cabinet shape profiles. How did I get a full 4x8 sheet in a 4x4 machine? Well, I didn't. I only did 4 feet at a time, and then I rotated the whole thing around and stuck the other 4 feet in and let it cut it. So even though, you know, hey, that looks like I did a full piece. Nope, didn't. That actually works pretty well. And you can get away with probably, you know, most of what you're going to do until you come to, obviously, pantry cabinets. Anything taller than 48 inches tall, you're going to have to tile that. I didn't really want to go down that path, so I considered farming out my pantry cuts. And then, if you're paying attention to my channel, you'll know that that's not the route that I ended up taking, because I've got this 4x8 machine here to do those cuts for me, and I may end up just doing everything else on here. I don't know. I got to get that working first, but I'll probably do a few more sheets on the Onefinity. So yeah, if you're asking yourself, can I make cabinets on one of these? Yeah, you can, but like I said, it's complicated.